fall into chaos. The children also developed emotional problems. His son became silent and rebellious. He caused many problems at school and was even expelled. His daughter became more closed off after losing her mother. The man himself could not move on from grief. He avoided all places related to his wife. Life became completely stagnant. His brother urged him to restart his life. The man chose to quit his job to take care of the children. But the family situation did not improve. His daughter remained sensitive and fragile. His son still refused to communicate. The relationship between father and son kept worsening. The man began looking for a new home. He hoped a new environment could change everything. He and a real estate agent saw many houses but were not satisfied. Until he saw a suburban villa. It was quiet and had a large space. He immediately decided to buy it. But the agent told him an extra condition. Buying the house required taking over the zoo next to it. It was a wildlife zoo about to close down. There were many animals needing care. And serious financial problems. At first the man refused this condition. He believed the risk was too high to handle. But when he was about to leave, his daughter walked into the zoo. She again showed gentle interaction with the animals. This scene made the man hesitate. He realized his daughter needed this kind of environment. So he made a decision, not only to buy the house, but also to take over the entire zoo. Even though everyone opposed it, he still insisted on this choice. The man finally decided to take over the zoo. This decision made his brother completely unable to understand it. His brother believed it was throwing everything into a bottomless pit. The zoo was not only broken but deeply in debt. And there were many animals needing care. The maintenance cost and operating pressure were enormous. But the man was no longer hesitant. He believed this was the only chance to change his family situation, and also a way for his daughter to reconnect with the world. Soon they moved into the house near the zoo. His son Dylan strongly opposed the move. He did not want to leave his school and friends, and could not accept living in such a place. He believed his father's decision made no sense. They had intense arguments. Finally Dylan left in anger. But the young daughter showed a completely different attitude. She was excited about the zoo. She even expressed joy about the new life. Although the man felt pressure, he still stuck to his decision. He began officially managing the zoo. There were still several employees working there. They did not fully trust the new owner, but they chose to stay, because they loved the animals. The condition of the zoo was worse than expected. Old facilities, financial stress and unstable animal health. The man began to understand each problem step by step, and tried to participate in repairs himself. It was his first time truly entering zoo operations. Although he had no experience, he did not back down. He started repairing fences, cleaning areas and handling basic tasks. At first the staff did not think highly of him. They even believed he would not stay long. But his persistence slowly changed some opinions. During one repair work he was clumsy but serious. He was even unexpectedly challenged by an animal, which made the staff laugh. But he did not give up. He began learning how to work with animals, and started to understand the true meaning of this place. Meanwhile the relationship between father and son became more tense. The son felt his father ignored his feelings. The father believed the son needed to adapt to reality. Their conflict kept growing. Only the daughter became happier here. She could interact with animals every day. Her condition became much more stable than before. The man became more determined to stay. He believed this place could change the whole family. But he did not notice his son becoming more isolated. The son locked himself in drawing in silence. His inner world became darker. His connection with peers gradually decreased. At the zoo a young girl began noticing him. She became interested in the quiet boy. She often approached him, trying to talk with him. The boy was very resistant at first, but slowly began to get used to her presence. A subtle connection formed between them. Meanwhile the man focused entirely on zoo restoration. Financial pressure remained huge, but he still chose to continue. He no longer thought about retreat, only how to restart the zoo operation, and stabilize the family. The renovation continued to progress. The man and staff solved various basic problems. Fence repair, facility maintenance and animal care all continued. Although progress was slow, order was returning. Animal conditions gradually improved. Some problems also became more obvious. Some animals showed emotional issues. Others needed special care due to environmental changes. The man realized things were more complex than expected, but he still chose to continue. His brother occasionally came to check the zoo. He still opposed it verbally but did not completely stay away. He even helped when needed. But he always saw it as a risky venture, and constantly reminded him of financial pressure. The man had already adapted to this lifestyle. He spent each day handling bills, repairs and animal care. His life was completely occupied by the zoo. Meanwhile the son's condition kept changing. He became more and more silent. Often stayed alone drawing in corners. His drawings became darker and more complex, filled with loneliness and isolation. Lily the girl began approaching him more often. She tried to break his silence with food and companionship. The boy still resisted communication, but no longer completely rejected her presence. They formed a regular rhythm of interaction. Simple exchanges and short meetings became daily routine. This slowly eased his emotional state. He began to show rare relaxation, even occasionally smiled. The father did not fully notice this change. He focused all energy on zoo operations. Financial pressure remained the biggest issue. Bills and expenses kept piling up. He began calculating budgets and future income frequently, hoping to achieve profit after summer opening. His plan was to pass inspection quickly. Once the zoo reopened, it could relieve pressure. However, internal problems still existed. An old tiger condition worsened. It barely ate anymore. Staff suggested euthanasia, but the man could not accept it. He insisted on continuing treatment, believing as long as there was time they should not give up. This decision conflicted with the manager. The manager believed the animal should not suffer. The two had a serious disagreement. Emotions escalated, but no solution was reached. Meanwhile, family relations remained tense. There was no communication between father and son. The father tried to change everything through effort. The son could not feel it. The distance between them grew larger. Only the daughter remained positive. Her interaction with animals became more natural. She became one of the most popular people among staff. Her happiness became the only bright point in the family. In exhaustion, the man sometimes paused to think. He began to realize he did not fully understand his children, especially his son's inner world. But he had not found the right way to communicate. Until one night, he finally sat down with his son. It was the first real conversation in a long time. The son expressed loneliness and confusion. The father finally tried to listen instead of giving answers. The father-son relationship began to slightly soften. The zoo inspection date was approaching. Everyone entered intense preparation. The team worked together to repair final facilities, clean environments and organize animal exhibition areas. For the first time, everyone truly worked as a team. The man gradually gained trust. He was no longer an outsider. He became a real leader. Although risks still existed, the zoo was beginning to look different. Just when everything was nearly complete, a new crisis suddenly appeared. A grizzly bear escaped its enclosure. The entire zoo entered emergency mode. Everyone rushed to contain it. The man personally joined the search. He tried to calm the bear through communication, but the situation became uncontrollable. Finally, with teamwork, they managed to subdue it. This incident made everyone realize risk still remained, but it also brought them closer together. The final preparations before inspection were completed. Everyone waited for the final result. At that moment, the man truly understood. This choice had changed everyone's life trajectory.